Welcome to the Games Room. Join me, Bastish B, in this new 3-phase series as we start with the creation of my new Games Room, the eventual full tour, followed by the individual episodes as we take a look at each section in detail. So I hope you'll come along for the ride. This is Phase 1, under construction. Hey, Bastish B, and welcome to the third episode of the Games Room under construction. So if you've never watched this show before, it's basically a diary of me putting together my own games room in my basement of my house. It's like a journey I've been wanting to make for so many years. Finally got a new place and I can finally make a games room however I want. So this is a chronicle of what is happening down here. So this is the third episode. Check out the first two if you want to see how it all got started. And so let's check out in this episode how far I get. This episode took place between July 28th and August 7th. Okay, so it's been a day or two since the last update. Finally some stuff is happening. And I've cleared this out a bit, so there's a lot more room to see what's going on. Found a box of old Commodore 64 magazines there, which is super awesome. That's miscellaneous stuff again. I'm kind of going to use these where they are. They look pretty cool. I can put handheld games in there, some Vita games, and I also set up some of my modern games over there. You can see there's a Xbox One, and go down, there's Switch. I'm still trying to find my box of Switch games, I don't know where they are. And down here is a whole bunch of PS4 stuff, some Galaxy Quest, awesome. So I got all my games down here, finally, as you can see. Oh my goodness, as you can see, yep, that's just games. This is just some of them, by the way. I'll show you what I got here. Here's some PS1 and PSX. PSX is Japanese PlayStation, if you don't know. Japanese Sega Saturn, love that box. Atari 2600. This is some NES. Copies of Retro Gamer, I never realized I had so many. This is more magazines. Magazines. And I got some more Commodore 64 ones down there. Can't wait to assemble them all in one place. It'll look pretty cool. So what have we got here? We've got some Commodore 64 games, Commodore 64 games. That's just a very small portion of my collection. I'll show you where the rest are. And here we got, these are just boxes that are mixes of games. PC mix, that's just mix. That's got PS2, PSP and 360, mix. So those ones are just got a bit of everything. Yeah, we got some Genesis, some Sega Mega Drive, love that box. Japanese Dreamcast, more Genesis. This has got Xbox Original and US Dreamcast, Sega CD, Mix also, it's got a few other systems in there. Let's go to this one, Super Famicom, I love that box, it's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorite systems to collect for. And Super NES, I haven't got a lot of Super NES games. Wii, NES. That's DS and 3DS. What have we got down here? That's Famicom. That's also a cool system to collect for. And GameCube. Okay, let's move on over to here. See some more. And we got PS2. Huh. Okay. So each one of those boxes holds roughly about 60 games, 6, 12, 18, 24, 32, 38, almost 400 games there. So I'm not really sure where I want to display all these. And there's some 360. It's a lot of 360 games. There is PSP, really cool system. It's one of my favorite handhelds. And I'm not really a handheld guy, but that system has just got some brilliant stuff. And these are all original Xbox. It's a lot. And yeah, so that's a large portion of the games. This nightmare room over here is where I'm just throwing stuff in. These are games and consoles and computer stuff, and Commodore 64, Amiga and PC games, all these tubs. As you can see, some PC stuff. Might Magic 3 there, Leather Street Larry, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, Commodore 64, and he has more tubs of games, and there's a whole few more tubs there, another 4 more. Those are all Commodore, Amiga and PC games, and yeah, more stuff. Then I got a little nightmare corner over here. Oh, so that is just computers and consoles. Don't ask me even what's in there anymore. It's got ridiculous. Guess I'll find out soon. And not that you really care, but I'll just show you anyway. Bathroom's finally complete. Got the mirror in, everything pretty cool. And this room is pretty much the same. It's got a Saturn, some Commodore 64s, 2 of them. This is just consoles and a couple games in here and a whole bunch of stuff. Computer, yeah. Still waiting for tables, so I'm getting one of the tables this week. So then I'll set up 2 against the back wall, and then I can start setting this room up. Otherwise it's a bit in limbo. And I've used this cupboard to hide a whole bunch of stuff. It's insane. So those big tubs are just full of games. That's PC. That is just gaming peripherals. That's Commodore 64 box. That's a Commodore and Amiga box. That's just a Commodore 64 box. Those are all consoles and stuff. You can see I've got some of them written on there. Got some PS2, some Dreamcasts. This one's got Xbox and GameCubes. This one's got some Genesis, Game Gear, PS1, etc, etc. There's more up there. More. Some N64 games. I haven't got a big collection of those. Most N64 games are rubbish, so I've only got a small collection. So I was finally able to buy some cupboards. I had a bit of money, so I bought a few. This is just me slapping them all together, and the next day you're going to be able to see a major difference to the room and what they look like. Okay, so a few things have happened here, so we've got a little bit of a move on. Found my old Garfield books. And whoa, what is that? Whoa, look at that. Anyway, okay, so in the cupboard here, my growing collection of games to trade. I've got a lot of really good ones. Bear in mind these are all doubles. These are doubles of games, all games I really don't care about. When I first started collecting limited run games, I just bought every single one that came out. I don't care about any of these, I'm getting rid of them. These I've got all doubles, so these are really cool games. Those are all doubles as well, so I'm going to sell them. And some old DVDs I don't care about. There's another whole box full of doubles and games I don't really care about, so getting rid of that. And of note, I've found a whole lot of doubles of big box PC games, a lot of really excellent titles, so I'm going to be trading those with somebody. And these are Commodore 64 ones I've got doubles of, really excellent bunch of titles here, so look out for that. I'm going to trade it up, maybe you can get some of them. Anyway, and what's this? Just some loose Genesis carts I've been finding, just putting them there, seeing how it looks. Some books. So I decided to put my display, basically display the stuff I like the most down here. So if you look over here, this is just Sega Master System and 32X and Mega Drive Japanese, Genesis, Sega CD, Mega CD, US Saturn, Japanese Saturn, US Dreamcast, Japanese Dreamcast. So busy setting up all my favorites. These two pillars of awesomeness, these two here, this is just Commodore 64 stuff, and yeah, there's a heck of a lot of it. I'll be going through all of this very slowly, and you can check them all out properly once this whole games room is done. And this last wall is big box PC games and Amiga games. So at the bottom you got Sierra, Microprose. This is just a bunch of RPGs, Dungeon Dragon stuff, and Might and Magic and Wizardry and some randoms. This is LucasArts or Lucasfilm. This is Origin. And up top there's a bit of a mix of a whole bunch of stuff. I got like some Star Trek games and some games by Dynamic, Bethesda, and some Access games. There's my Ages of Myth kind of box set and Star Trek box set. Anyway, that's just a little view there. I sorted out this wall here. It's way less chaotic now. It's kind of set up with just a nice little mix of stuff. Again, I'll go through all this and you can look at it really closely. Some boxes still. Got all my modern games over there. Master Chief. That corner's a mess. I'm still waiting for certain pieces of furniture. I got this. I'm not really going to show this now because it's not set up yet. I still got to plug it in and work it out. It's a smart table. It's got a refrigerator in there. You put your controllers and stuff. It's got a glass cabinet on here with digital display. It's got massive speakers in the front here, and it's got USB connections for your phone or whatever you want to put there. So it syncs up with your TV and it plays, you know, really awesome sound and etc, etc. So all this stuff is kind of getting chopped down. There was a lot of boxes, a whole row of boxes there and there that have all gone over there, so I'm getting rid of stuff slowly. Found some more magazines, and let's see, more magazines and stuff. And yeah, it's never ending. It's kind of tiresome. Some stuff I want to put on the walls. Anyway, this room is mostly a disaster as usual. I managed to get another one of those tables. I got two of them now. It's looking slightly better. Still trash everywhere. Unfortunately, my 10-year-old Alienware computer, which I've used to edit everything so far, has finally died. It does not load up anymore. Gets to the main screen here and it just loads forever. Can't do anything. I've tried every single trick in the book. I honestly don't know what's wrong with it. I think it's finally done for, which is really unfortunate because I'm not sure what I'm going to be editing this video on or any videos on. But seeing as you're watching this, I obviously figured out a solution, but there's going to be a massive gap between now and then. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's kind of a bit of a pickle. And yeah, this room, still waiting for stuff, so can't do much. Kind of got rid of some of these boxes in here. Just chopped it down a bit. Some of those are empty, which is cool. The Commodore ones, everything's on the shelf, so takes care of something there at least. And I've just been dumping everything in here for now, just to get some space. This place is horrible. I hate it. So most of these PC boxes now are half empty or empty completely. There's some games in there. Those are all empty. Well, these boxes are empty, which is good. I need to just break them down. These three here have... my foot. These three here have a bunch of really good PC games. These ones I still want on display if possible, so once the dust settles I'll be putting these up on the wall in some sort of form to try and display as many of them as possible. And back here, I honestly don't even know what's back here anymore. Consoles and stuff, I think, as far as I know. There might be games in there, I hope not. But yeah. Okay, so it's been a few days since I've shown this. I've been working on things. Things are starting to come together pretty nicely. You can see I found some nice boxes up there. Second generation Genesis Model 2 and another C64. I've got quite a few C64s, Japanese Dreamcast. I found a lot of extra games I've put on the shelves, so stocked it up a little bit. This cupboard is still a mess. I managed to sell all the old games that I wanted to trade, so I got some cash for that. I'm going to be buying a TurboGrafx 16, the mini, because I've always wanted to cover that system. It's probably the best way to do it. This is all still under construction. That corner is still waiting to be put together. As you can see, a lot of boxes are down. Worked through a whole bunch of them, so found some more magazines, more Commodore stuff. Actually, I got that in a package. And let's go down here. And this room has been sorted out finally, as you can see. So those are empties now. Those are full of really cool PC games that I want to try to display somewhere. Once everything is set up, then I can put some of these on the shelves and stuff. I found all these kind of holders. So this is original Atari cartridge holders. So these are pretty cool. I'm going to put all my loose ones on there. And these are VHS holders and single cassette holders. I'm going to use those for Commodore 64 games to free up some space. Here's some more PC games. These ones I'm not going to have on display. They just they're not terrible. Like, that's a great game, 1942 Battlehawk. I've really got it on the shelf though. I've got 2 copies of it. I think this is it's the PC version. I got the Amiga one on the shelf. This is a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. I've kind of put it all in here, so once all the shelves are up, I can open these and put stuff on the shelves, like, miscellaneous stuff, gaming related. Comic books are all here. Got an arcade stick. These are just kind of replacement cases. I got CD cases, single cassette cases, and DVD boxes, and these kind of Nintendo, or you can use them for Genesis or whatever. So I've got quite a lot of those. I've got some more of them, a whole bunch more. So I'm going to gather them all together. Then I'm going to go through and replace all my stuff that's broken or needs replacing. And I've just put all the miscellaneous stuff just in this pile here. So I've got 2 piles of miscellaneous. So those are all out of the way, which has freed up space in this room slightly. So let me show you here. Trying to get through. Okay. So yeah, I know it looks terrible, right? I found so many bags and boxes of cords. This isn't even hardly any of it. Anyway, this is just consoles I'm putting aside, and I'm testing everything. I got a 3DO the other day. As you can see, I traded all those games. I got a nice 3DO. It's got an S-video connection also, so really good picture quality. I'm really happy with it. I tested it the other day. I played some Road Rash. Works perfectly. So that's awesome. And found my Amiga 500 over there. And yeah, so I got the Maxi set up over there. I'm going to use it to capture some footage while I'm waiting. My main computer is destroyed. It's in the repair shop, so I can't edit anything. It's going to be quite a while. They've managed to, they think they can fix it, but anyway, it's going to cost a bit. I'll give you more of an update on that later. And here's consoles I'm testing out. So these ones are going to be on this table over here. A PS2, a Dreamcast, a Saturn, and there's going to be a GameCube. Those are all going to be on this wall. And the Amiga, and I haven't found the other stuff yet. But 3DO and Amiga are going to be on this wall with a few other consoles, Xbox 360 and Xbox Original, that'll be all over there. And that's going to be a whole lot of minis are going to be over there. And my main editing computer will be there, my backup one will be there underneath, so it saves space. That's going to be put on the wall. All the monitors are going to be on the walls, so I save space. So I'm testing out consoles. This PS1, that one works. Let me just show you first. So yeah, these are all boxes full of consoles. All of this. It's insane. There's so much stuff in here. Anyway, I'm working my way through it. I'm testing everything. I'm deciding what I'm going to keep and what I'm going to sell. So I'm just keeping, if it's a CD based system, I might keep two, one to use and one to keep as a backup. But if it's something else, I might just sell it. So that's how it's going so far. That one works. I'm going to be selling that. I don't need 500 PlayStations. I've got so many of them. This one I'm busy testing, and as you can see here, I've got an American game, US region, Jet Motor 3, and here I've got my favorite game of the worst title I've ever heard for a game, Not Treasure Hunter. That's a Japanese game. So I've been testing these consoles, these PS1s with both, because I picked these up everywhere. I don't know where I got them from at this point. And this one, as you can see, plays Not Treasure Hunter, which is a Japanese region game. So somebody's modded this one, which is super awesome. So that's why I'm checking them with both regions. This one only plays US, I'm selling that, it's useless to me. This one is super cool, plays both regions. So this is a PS1 I'm going to keep, definitely. I just need to clean it up a little bit. Works perfectly, and it's plays all regions. Perfect. So I feel like this was a big jump forward. I was finally able to get some of those cabinets for that room, the main lounge area, and put all my games, at least my Commodore and Sega, most of the Sega stuff, and some of the PC stuff on that wall. It just made everything feel so much better. It felt like I was actually progressing. Otherwise I was just stalled, and the PC, my PC being destroyed, that was a massive problem. I didn't make any videos for over a month because of that, because of the move in it, so that put me way behind in videos. Obviously I got it fixed and it did work out. Unfortunately it took all my savings that I had put aside. I was going to buy one of those PC Engine Minis consoles because I really want to play PC Engine stuff, get into it. I've always just dabbled with it. Anyway, so I had to spend all that money to get the computer fixed, which is super disappointing. So anyway, it was fixed and I've got it set up now. You'll see in future episodes as a supplement to my main computer, my new one that I got, which I'm doing editing on. I had to buy a new computer because I couldn't wait. It was just like a big mess at the time. Anyway, I had to buy it on like monthly plans so I can pay it off because I didn't have the money then. It was a disaster, but everything worked out, and except my PC Engine, but whatever. But it really felt like things were kind of progressing now. Just getting small little bits of furniture really makes a big difference. Without that, you can't really unpack boxes, or you can, but then you've got to know where to put them, and then it's just nothing. So it's really difficult. Anyway, as of making this, which is way in the future, shooting this little clip here, I still got tons of furniture to buy, so it's an ongoing process, but when it's eventually done, it's going to be awesome. Anyway, thanks for joining me, Bastish B at 64K. I hope you had a good time. If you can like and subscribe, that'll be greatly appreciated. I'll see you next time. Cheers.